describe the season for you?
Obviously, there's been a lot of good things that have happened to be in this position at Eastlake at the Tour Championship. It's got my second win. That was a big goal, trying to get back in the winner's circle. I'd say hasn't been maybe as consistent as I wanted. Haven't performed well in some of the bigger events, but I've had a lot of solid finishes, and the game's feeling good.
Well, if you had to give the season a letter grade, A through F, what would you choose?
Probably an A-. I mean, certainly always wanting more, but I've been happy with how things have been going.
A lot of Canadian success on tour this season, obviously including yourself. Nick winning at the Canadian Open. How significant of a moment was that for Canadian golf, for the drought to end?
Yeah, it's been a really fun time to be a part of the Canadian contingent out here on the PGA Tour, and watching Nick win the RBC Canadian Open was really, really special. Certainly a moment I'll never forget. It's a special event for us Canadians. It's our national championship, and pretty cool to see him win. He's such a nice guy, and he's been having a great year as well. So was super happy for him, and I was really thrilled to be able to be there and cheer him on and get to celebrate after.
What's his personality like?
Yeah, just a down-to-earth, pretty normal guy. I don't know. I've known him for a long time. Yeah, just pretty simple. But he's certainly dedicated to his craft. He's a great father to his son Charlie and daughter Harper. And yeah, when I first got out here, he was someone I looked up to and tried to follow in his footsteps a little bit. And it's been fun to be alongside him for a number of years.
100%. You've had some strong play in the major championships. What is it about maybe those stages that bring out a different level in your game?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty special anytime you get to tee it up at a major championship, and I've really enjoyed my experiences there. I've had a lot of good learning experiences and been able to get myself in the mix a few times, and it's where you want to be. It's what we work for, what we play for. I've tried to make sure my game's in the best shape it can be leading up to the major championships, and I'll be definitely looking to have more success and try and get in the mix many more times in the future.
You're so often known as a great ball striker. Are you ready to be known for all facets of your game, so to speak?
I would certainly like to be, yeah. My ball striking's definitely, carried a lot of the weight of my success over the last number of years, but I feel like I've made some strides over the last few seasons with the other parts of my game on the greens and around the greens and wedge play, where getting more comfortable with hitting a different variety of shots and being a little more creative around the greens and on the greens. And I think it's just a matter of time before start seeing some really good results in that area as well. But saying that, I'm happy with the way I hit it and would like to continue hitting it really well for as long as I can.
Okay, this is going to sound like kind of a golf nerd-y question. Grain is an under-acknowledged facet of the game and how it impacts every single shot. How do you describe the grain, and how does it impact the majority of the shots that you hit?
Yeah, the grain has a big influence on a lot of shots, and moving to Florida about 7 years ago, kind of got thrown right into the grain, I guess. Not a lot of grain in Canada with a different type of grass, but yeah, the grain affects every type of shot. It affects putts by pulling the ball one way or the other. It affects shots around the green, affects iron shots. If you're down grain or into the grain, the ball will spin differently or react differently. The club will go through the turf nicely when it's down grain, and the club will kind of stick in the ground when it's into the grain. So it provides a challenge on a lot of different types of shots. When the ball lands on the green, if it lands into the grain, it's going to stop a lot faster. But yeah, living in Florida, I think I'm certainly more comfortable on grain and have learned to adapt when needed.
100%. As a player who's experienced the highs and lows of this game, why is it so important to just enjoy the ride and take it all in?
Yeah, I think that's something I've gotten better at as I've been out here for more time, and enjoying the ride is definitely very, very important. And I have a young daughter, and kind of sharing the experiences with her has been really special over the last few years as well. It's not easy to win. You can beat yourself up, by not having success, but doing something that I love and really enjoy it. And it's nice to be able to step back and really appreciate what I do, and got an incredible job and able to have fun while working.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks, Gordon.